Hey, what up, everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today we got the Vault event, baby. Best time to be playing the game, y'all. Let me put a. Oh, what are you doing? Stop it, stupid studio. Studio, stop it! Oh my god. Yeah, Vault event today. We're gonna be going after vault keys. That's the main goal. So to do that, we're gonna want to get Gnomapaloozas. So we're gonna want to run Gnomapaloozas. 15 minutes of all gnomes. The way you do that is you got to get the verse gnomes. You got to get one of each color. You know, Hoagie and Freddy and Cindy and what's the other guy? You know, get those four with their powers combined, like Captain Planet. You can go to the Soul Forge and craft a Gnomapalooza and have all gnomes for 15 minutes. They have a little bit of nerfed rewards, but not for vault keys. And then you can open your vault keys once the vault event is over and get a bunch of awesome loot, like gems and orbs and all kinds of good stuff. So, yeah, today I kind of want to talk about, am I a hypocrite? Because, you know, should I be doing the Underspire during the vault event, like I said you should not do previously? And I don't know, we're going to visit that and see what I'm going to do here. Let me put this thumbnail up because I did make one. It is Friday. Hey, where is it? Where's it at? Let me find it. Oh, it's probably up top. Right there? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to answer that question. Plus, we might compile the community tab ideas today. I need to do it on stream or I'm never going to do it. So, probably not the greatest time to do it during a VOD event. I was just thinking about that too, like, are we going to start the new account playthrough this Sunday during a VOD event? I don't know. I probably will, but I don't like it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I change my mind or something. No, I don't want to discard changes, stupid. It's acting up. The studio is acting up. And for some reason I can't find my stream. That's probably why there's nobody here yet. Come on, stupid. Where's it at? Where are you at? There it is. Okay. Let's jump into the chat. Get ready for that. I'll put a chapter in so you can skip all this junk and go straight to the action if you want. Let me get it set up, though. Come on. Get it set up. Come on. Yeah, am I going to do the Underspire? Ah, man, it's like, you know, guaranteed loot versus potential loot is the problem. And I always said you probably shouldn't do anything. It depends where you're at in the game, honestly. Like always, depends emojis. That's why I made that an emoji, because I say it quite a bit that it depends where you're at in the game, whether or not you should be doing certain things. Hey, what up, Mark? Can you hear me? Mark is here. Alright, got that. Let's hit that like button, get some more people in here. Okay. And am I done with the studio stuff? The stupid studio keeps asking me dumb questions while I'm trying to... No, I don't. Stop it. While I'm trying to get everything set up. Like, this little survey keeps popping up. And I keep saying, go away. Alright, I think I got it set up. Alright, cool, man. Alright, live chat. Let's get ready. Let's get ready. Okay, I think I'm good to go. So yeah, the Vault event is happening right now. Treasure Vault, gnomes everywhere. Increased chances of treasure gnomes and more vault keys this weekend. So like I always say, you're not going to see a shop, you're not going to see a leaderboard or nothing like that. It just means that gnomes appear more often. So what you want to do is clear Explore 1 as quickly as possible with your fastest team. And most of the time that's going to be Ironhawks is number 1. Whether you have 2 or 3. So you could say, to get verses, you go with 3 Ironhawks. And to clear Gnomapaloozas, you go with 2 Ironhawks. So that's the #1 team for, you know, the Vault event. For hunting versus and for hunting Vault keys. Ironhawks. But if you don't have Ironhawks, Rowan is second. Rowan. And you can level a class while you do it. You can get class weapons while you do it. You can go to almost any kingdom that you want while you do it with Rowan. Ironhawk is kind of more restricted. You gotta pick certain kingdoms. You can't level a class, but you get way more Vault keys and way more verses, and yeah, it's way better. But with Rowan, if you don't have Ironhawks, you can say, well, you know, at least I can level a class, at least I can get all my class weapons, at least I can go to different kingdoms. I don't have to get stuck in these same 2-3 kingdoms like with Ironhawk. Because Ironhawk has a very specific damage that it does. It does 20 when you're doing the triple, right? And it does 25 when you're doing the double. So, you know, when you're doing the triple, there's no gnomes with extra durability, so you're trying to hunt verses with that one. And when you have double, you know, you're killing the gnomes and like the soul gnome, that some of them have a little bit of extra, so you need the 25 HP, 25 damage instead of the 20. The only way you can really tell it's a Vault event, other than that first screen I just showed you, is the pity keys, which is what the community named them. It says defeat 5 loot gnomes in battles to earn a Vault key in this event. And they'll send you a Vault key to your mail, and for every 5 gnomes that you kill. Kinda. The first is 5, the second is 10, then it goes up by 5 every time. 15, 20, 25. So, it's not just 5 gnomes. First time it's 5, then it's 10, then it's 15. But it goes by pretty quickly, especially if you're doing Gnomapaloozas, where there's 4 gnomes per battle. You can get that first Vault key in 2 battles. And then, you know, the next one pretty quick. So you always want to save a few, 2, 3, 4 Gnomapaloozas for the next Vault event. I don't like people stacking up like 20 plus Gnomapaloozas. Like, eventually you're gonna have to do them. So why are you doing that? Unless you just have so much stuff in the game that you're flexing, and you have like, I don't know what else to collect anymore. I'm gonna collect Gnomapaloozas. Well, most people aren't at that point. So yeah, the special things we're gonna be doing today, like the main thing, of course, the Vault event, and then the special things. Am I a hypocrite? Am I gonna do the Underspire? We'll see. Who should be doing things other than the Vault event? I'll talk about that. And then maybe compiling the community tab ideas, because I'll never do it off stream if I don't. I need to force myself. We got the new account playthrough coming soon that I'm thinking about. You know, still trying to move and all that. I don't need any of that. Let's see what this is. Complete a dungeon run. Ooh, baby, I might be able to upgrade. Ooh, I can. I think 2, 3, 4. Is that just short? I think I need 5. Oh, man. Let's take a look. First thing, I'll show you that I opened all my Vault keys, so I'm ready. 0 Vault keys here, 0 here, 0, 0. I have 5 Gnomapaloozas, which is a little bit more than I would normally come into a Vault event with. But hey. So things to keep track of. My gem stack, 14,479. My gold's at 26.5 million about. 26 3/4. I don't care about souls. Just things to keep track of while you, maybe you're keeping track of your diamonds. You got Dragonite, 2,482 for me. And, you know, verses, I got 5 right now. I have 0 Vault keys, 0 epics. Just things you might want to keep track of just to see how many, especially the Vault keys. That's the main thing. Like, how many Vault keys are you getting? And then probably second would be Dragonite for a lot of y'all. Then after that, it's like gems and diamonds, Gnomapaloozas. Keep track of that kind of stuff. Then Soulforge. I want to show that. Let's see how close I am. That's not the Soulforge, you idiot. See how close I am to that last deed. Oh, I can make 3. Okay, hold on. I only need 4, so I don't even have to make them. Let's go do that. Let's get this adventure board out of here before we start the Vault event, because I'm going to be able to upgrade a kingdom to 20 on stream, which doesn't happen very often. So let me clear this out. Let's do the whole thing. Hey, thanks, Mara. I know the gem stack's been going up. It's just, ever since I got the Epic Trials all the way done, and Stellarix and Diamantina all the way done, it's just been going up and up and up and up. That's why I tell people, you know, don't do Underspire first, because that's a forever thing. You're never going to get that all the way done. Most likely. I mean, if you have every single pet fully ascended, and you have every single mythic, like, elite golded, then maybe. But that takes so long. That's way longer than getting Stellarix, Diamantina, and all the epic trial pets. Because I already have all that done, and I don't have the other thing done, so... Like, barely anybody has every pet fully ascended, and barely anybody has every mythic elite gold. And you can go further than that and say, well, what about all the legendaries elite gold? So that's like almost a never-ending... Underspire is pretty much a never-ending thing that you're going to have to just keep doing for the rest of your life. Because they're going to keep adding mythics, they're going to keep adding legendaries, they're going to keep adding epics, they're going to keep adding pets. And to finally catch up and get them all done, like, it's crazy hard anyway. Mark says, hello everyone, you like Underspire? I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. I don't know. I might do it just because it's guaranteed orbs. And, like, kind of, what are you going for in the Vault event? Especially me. So it always depends. If you're a beginner, you should just do the Vault event and not do the Underspire. If you're a mid-game player, you should probably just do the Vault event and not do the Underspire. If you're an early end-game player, you should probably just do the Vault event and not do the Underspire. But if you're in the end-game, you don't even need a lot of stuff like diamonds and Dragonite, you know? Then Underspire might be worth it because you get guaranteed... Like, what am I looking for with Vault Keys? I'm looking for Minion Orbs, Glory Orbs, and Gems. And 2 of those things are available 100% for sure in the Underspire. I'm kind of changing my tune a little bit. For the majority of people, I think you should just do the Vault event and not, you know, just... You had your, you know, Monday through Thursday was your time to get as far as you were going to get in the Underspire. And now you should probably say, I'm done. It's time to do the Vault event. Dez is here. Mark says, I have 1 gap left over from last time. Should I run it today or save it? I would run it because you get a lot of pity keys. That'll give you a great jump start. I would just run it. Because you're going to get more. Like, Sunday's the day where you start worrying about how many you have left over for the next one. On Friday and Saturday, don't worry about it. You can run yourself out to 0. Alright, so I'm getting these Deeds of Fire in the adventure board because I only need 4 or 5 more deeds to get PRIDELANDS to level 20. And I thought that'd be cool to show on stream. I might even put a chapter for it. Alright, here we go. Let's go level this thing to 20. Do starry pets only come from epic trials? Yeah. It's the only place you can get them. Stop giving me this dumb survey. Alright, I'm going to put PRIDELANDS to 20/start stream, kinda. So you can skip all that other crap. 14 minutes. I was saying other things, I guess. Alright, so I got my deeds. They just happen to be red. Those are the ones that I needed. You should not do this. Of course, remember, you should do Darkstone or Karakoth first to 20. Then you do Zal'Kari to 20, and that's 100% for everybody. That does not depend. After that, it depends. Like, how many of what deed do you have? One thing people say is, like, if it can get to 30, that's a kingdom you should do. Once you do your 2 magic kingdoms, if it can get to 30. Like, I did Sword's Edge. I swear there was one more, but maybe not. Is that all I got to 20? I got Darkstone to 20. I got Zal'Kari to 20. I got Sword's Edge to 20. And yeah. And I'm going to have to make a decision here about the Vault event, too. So this is not just something I'm doing just because. Like, I might have to decide which deed I'm going to buy next. Like, when a merchant pops up, you got to know, like, what you're going to do. So you can do it quickly. Like, I'm going to buy this every time. I'm not going to buy this every time, right? Because you don't want to be sitting there deciding between two things on a merchant when you're in the middle of a vault hunt, like a vault event. So you want to know what you're doing. So I need to know which deed I'm going to buy next. I need to go make a book in the Soul Forge. A red book. Okay, now I got PRIDELANDS to 20. I got 4 kingdoms on level 20. Boom, shakalaka. What I'm probably going to do, I'm going to go look and see, like, how many books. Like, what's the next one I have the most of? As far as books go. Wherever they are. And then that'll be the deed I start buying next. As long as it's not, well, I don't know. Yeah, whatever one's... Where the heck are they? Going through everything else except for... Here we go. So, I have 26 brown ones. So, brown is definitely my next one. I only need to craft like 4 more. I think. It might be a little bit more than that. But brown is way above everything else. Unless I have like a billion air deeds. I got 412, but I got 390. So brown would be my next one. Then I gotta decide which kingdom is it gonna be. Which brown kingdom? Which brown kingdom can get to 30, though? I don't even know that. But all I need to know is, like, I'm buying brown ones. At the moment. I can look into that other stuff later, like which brown kingdom I'm gonna do. If I go to the Soul Forge, see how many brown books I can make right now. Wouldn't it be crazy if I could do one right now? Why do I always go the wrong way? I can do 7. I'm gonna do that. Wait, I don't know if I needed 7, though. Let's just look at K-Zeal. Yeah, I think it costs... Is it 30 total, or... Wow, I didn't need that many, you stupid idiot. I went 3 over. Oh well, it was just brown deeds that I wasted. It wasn't anything else. So that's fine. That was no big deal. But I should have only made 30. Dang, I could do one right now. I gotta decide which one to do, though. See how I could do this right now? I just don't know which one to do as far as brown kingdoms. Crazy. What about yellow? Can I get a yellow one too? Air deeds. I can get 8. No freaking way am I gonna have one of each. Am I stinking thinking? No freaking way. We might have to do this tomorrow. I'm gonna do some research, but I want to know which deed to buy. I guess you can't go wrong with purple. What the heck is all this crap? Like, get out of here. I have 30 brown ones. I only need 7 of these. And then it's like... I guess blue, did I? I must have did a blue one. I had to have, huh? I only got 5 blues. Maybe I need to buy blue. But what I'd actually do, though, is probably go back to purple, because I got 11. So that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to buy purple if I see it. I don't want to bore you with all this, but I need to know which deed I'm going to buy. You can't go wrong with purple. So if I see purple, I'm going to buy purple. That's what I'm going to do. But I'm pretty sure I can do a yellow and a brown kingdom to 20 right now. And I would waste time figuring it out if it wasn't the vault event. But I just got a red on 20. Right here. Is Sword's Edge a red or... Oh, Sword's Edge is the blue one, okay? Right? So I did a blue one. So I've done purple, green, red, and blue. And the last 2 are yellow and brown, and I'm going to do them. So I'm going to have one of every color. That's sick. So yeah, I guess I would start back over on purple. That's cool, though. I'm gonna have 6 kingdoms on 20. We'll do that, another day. But I know what I want to buy now. It's purple deeds. Just makes sense to me. Let's do the dungeon real fast. Get it out of the way. It's the XP booster's telling me to do it, I think, so I gotta do it. Right? Let's double check. Complete a dungeon run. I mean, those are nice to have during the Vault event, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And we'll go with just my fun leveling a class team, which I need to change to Doomsayer. I'm leveling Doomsayer now. Man, I'm getting so crazy. Like, if anybody could ever say they beat the game, I don't know. I'm about to have every class at 100, every faction done. I got Hellgate done last night, by the way. Every faction done, every class done. One of each colored kingdom to 20. Like, the only thing you could do more than that is get all of them to 20, but that's almost impossible. Nobody has that done. I got Stellarix and Diamantina, all the epic trial pets, etc. Like, just name a thing that I haven't done to where you would say I didn't beat the game. You know what I mean? The only thing you could say is I don't have every kingdom to level 20. Or like every pet fully ascended or something weird like that. That's hard to do. That'd be like 100%ing the game. I've heard other people out there claim they beat the game with way less. Which, you know, you can't beat Gems of War anyway, but if you're going to put some arbitrary goal to say you beat it, what would that be? Just take purple, I guess. Doing the dungeon because the XP booster's saying we're preparing to do the Vault event pretty much. Deciding which deed I'm gonna buy. Doing the XP booster. Those are things that actually correlate to doing the Vault event. So I'm not just sitting here wasting time. I'm gonna want that XP booster when I'm hunting for verses and super bored and need something else to spur me along. So getting this XP booster right now is gonna help me get verses later. Dez says I worked out how to use shield. No problem, man. Yeah, using it with Rowan. Yeah, Rowan can go from the beginning to the end of the game. You just saw me use it on the adventure board, and might as well have the game beat at this point. Yeah, Dez, you're in the right place if you want to learn how to play correctly without any fluff or view farming. Me and Tacit are the way to go, honestly. You know, shout out to Chris Purpose, you know, but if you want some extra entertainment, he's entertaining. I'm not saying he's bad though. He's good at the game too. Most people that have a channel are good at the game. It's all those extra little things, little perks. You get my personality and the harsh truth here. Free to play. I'll set myself apart. Pretty much have to. We don't have any yellow to skull, so let's take this. We always do this first. Then we do this. What are you doing? I'm doing the dungeon, so I can get my XP booster. So I have something to spur me along. Cool, I got webbed. Picked all the wrong fights. Mark says I only have one kingdom at 20. That's pretty good, though, for you, man. Just knowing, like, you've only been playing for a certain amount of time. I've been playing for 7 years, dude. And you've only been playing for, what, like a year? Maybe less? You already have one at 20? That's good. Especially if it's a Magic Kingdom. If it's not a Magic Kingdom, you kind of might have screwed up a little bit, but... still cool to have one at 20. Alright, we got this. Let's do this. get Gorgoth out of here. So buff and sexy. Just eat skulls for breakfast. He just eats them for breakfast. He doesn't eat waffles or eggs or cereal. He eats skulls. Gorgatha eats skulls. A bowl full of skulls for breakfast. What everybody here have for breakfast? I had nothing. I had caffeine for breakfast. Caffeine and push-ups for breakfast, what I had. Should probably had ate something. So. Let's check on the guild and the invasion. July 6th? You haven't even done a year yet. Nice. Yeah, you don't rush it for sure. Don't rush this game at all. You can't. If you try to rush it, you're just going to quit. So if you want to quit Gems of War, go ahead and rush it. You believe I have more troops than Tacit? His own unowned list is 7 troops. That's crazy. Can you believe that? He's been playing a year longer than me, and he's VIP whatever he is, and I have more troops than him. Not trying to put him down at all. I'm just trying to lift myself up. So, sorry if that sounds crazy. Someone else said it first, you know? Dang, we haven't got the invasion done, so I'm probably going to have to do that. Do you guys want to see this? So, this is crazy. Like, we should already had this done. It's unfortunate. Unfortunate. Where am I at? Am I a slacker? If I'm under... Oh, nope, I'm not a slacker. So, I'm not slacking or anything. Should I show the people that are slacking? I won't say them by name, but... Man, I probably should do this. Farts. Chad with the 2, thank you so much, bro. Getting it started, running out there. Sometimes Fridays are weird, so I'm glad you started it off. Everybody's saving up for the weekend so they can go to the script club. Throw them dollars. Throw them at me! I'll be your stripper. Just kidding. Sometimes I go too far and say things I shouldn't say. That's what you love about it, right? I don't even cast the tower killer. I'm like, I'm gonna just kill them all at the same time. How about that? How about that? Yeah, I just decided one day I was gonna start doing push-ups. Nothing crazy. I'm not like a prisoner doing 1,000 of them. Oh, it was like one day I was like, I wonder how many push-ups I can do. And I got down and tried, and I was like, oh my goodness. Is that all? So on that day, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was like, I'm going to do them every day because I feel like a little wiener. It's not even really for anything except for that. If you ever want to start them, get down and just see how many you can do. And you'll feel terrible about yourself. And that'll start making you do them. At least that's what worked for me. And it's been every day ever since. Oh, you idiot. What am I doing? That was dumb. There we go. Alright, doing invasion because it's another precursor to the vault event. We really need... I guess we need to get this done. I don't know. We should have got it done by Thursday, which sucks. Chad had an apple, a couple of dates, toast, and coffee. That sounds like a good breakfast. Like, a healthy one. I usually just eat whatever's sitting around. I don't really have a pre-planned breakfast. Like, I don't eat eggs every day or something, or... I don't even really, like, think of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, sometimes I'll eat cereal for dinner. Sometimes I'll eat cereal for lunch. Sometimes I'll eat eggs for dinner. Sometimes I'll eat waffles for lunch, you know? So whatever's laying around at breakfast time is what I eat. Could be pizza. Doing all these things except for the vault event. Well, we will get started on it. Maybe I should put a chapter for this. $30-minute mark. But yeah, I got a Hell Gate finally done. It took so much horde level, though. I don't feel bad since it's the hardest one. Like, everybody says Hell Gate is the hardest. So, for it to have the highest horde level I've ever done is not crazy, right? I think I ended up going to 309. Believe it or not, that's so much gold. It's probably the last one you should do. Hell Gate is the last faction you should try. Because it's going to cost you a bunch of gold. Like millions. And I ended up doing Quadruple Fury. Dez, you spent 5 hours on gyms yesterday? That's pretty good. I would say for most people it's... I missed a brown extra turn there. Most people I recommend about 2 hours a day. It's just how long it takes. Back in the day, we could play for 45 minutes a day and make good progress. These days, you gotta play for at least an hour and a half. It's like double. Just to get everything done you need to do every day. Just think about it. You gotta do your XP booster, whatever that says. You gotta do your adventure board, your dungeon. Both of those. Just that right there could take you a good 15 to 30 minutes, depending on what the XP booster says. Or what traps you get in the dungeon. And you got your guild event, which you always gotta do. Your daily event, whatever that is. Your PvP, your Underspire. Epic Trials if you don't have them done. And that right there is a probably good hour and a half. At least. And then, like me, you might be trying to get a certain faction done, or whatever. Other things. You might want to go deeper on the leaderboard, on PvP. So, man, why aren't you... Do I not have niches on? Probably don't. Because that should have killed. We should already be done with this. I should have took yellow, like it said. Should already be done. It's annoying. Now you're gonna bury her. Suck. Oh, below. Oh, now you're not buried. Okay. Camelot's here. Good morning. You had 3 Weetabix. 30-gram almonds. That's good, too. Mark says breakfast for dinner is the best. I had scrambled eggs, hash, and bacon for dinner last night. Des says you only need to do 50 a day, but of course you can do more if you want. Yeah. I wish. Eventually, maybe. Still short of that right now. That's how weak I am. Grinding for trait stones, Des? It's not a bad idea. Especially if you're doing Rowan. That's another thing you get to do when you're doing Rowan. There's some benefits to... You don't have to feel bad about yourself if you don't have Iron Hawks. Because you have so many other things you could be getting while you're farming Vault Keys. If you have Iron Hawks, you have to exclusively look for Vault Keys. Or else you're wasting your Iron Hawks. Vault Keys and Versus. But if you're doing Rowan... Oh, I keep forgetting to switch my medals. If you're doing Rowan, you get to do stuff like level up a class, get all your class weapons, farm trait stones, go to different kingdoms. So that's your way to not feel bad about doing Rowan and not having Iron Hawk yet. I gotta finish out my sigils. I just won't feel like a good guild mate if I don't do that. Now I got niches on. I don't know, is everybody, like, I probably should have looked at the guild chat. Are we saying we're not completing it, or... I would go to your trait stone that you have the least of and click on it, and it will take you to a kingdom. That's how you decide which trait stone. Or if you have a troop that you really want to trait, you could do that too. Be the two ways to decide which kingdom to do with Rowan. And then once you go to that kingdom, make sure it's an okay kingdom, like they're not summoning every battle and doing barrier every battle and submerging every battle. You don't want that. Might pick a different trait stone if that's happening. Or a different location. It's almost getting to the point where I should use 3 or 4 of the tower killer now. Alright, I'm using all my sigils. I'm a good boy. I do my gold and my seals. Yep. Alright, what else? Am I gonna do Underspire? Man, it feels like as an in-game player, I probably should. It just takes so long. I don't know if I'm gonna do them all on here, because I'm sure you guys are looking for the Vault event. Let's do a few, and then we'll go do Vault event. I think I just went through this door. I'm only on the 4th boss, too. So I'm kind of a little bit behind. And I'm not a big fan of this Wild King team either. I might switch out of it eventually. Let's do a few of these, like 5 battles, just so I feel good about myself. And then we'll go do Vault event. Yeah, I feel like for Underspire, you have to be super in-game to be doing this instead of the Vault event. You gotta decide for yourself, like, do you need gems? Do you need Dragonite? Do you need diamonds? If you need those way more than you need, like, orbs, and you can still get orbs from Vault Keys, too, so, you know, it's not a bad idea to just do the Vault event and skip out on the Underspire. You have to be super high level, super in-game, to value the Underspire higher than the Vault, or I'm valuing it about the same at the moment. Just because there's an end to it, and, you know, guaranteed orbs, I'm going to get 2 big, major Orbs of Glory. That's something I'm looking for from a Vault Key. That's just random, and it's a guaranteed thing, so kind of changing my tune a little bit just because I'm so deep into the game. But for everybody else, this still stands. For 90% of people playing this weekend, you should probably not do pets, not do Underspire, not do PvP, screw the invasion, like, just do Vault Keys. This is your time to be selfish. It's the 3 days out of the entire month where it's okay to be selfish. Go do Vault event. You're trying to get to that point where I'm at. And to get to the point where I'm at, you're going to need diamonds to get the mythics and the legendaries. You're going to need gems to get the epic trial pets and Diamantina and Stellarix, right? You're going to need Dragonite to get Diamantina and Stellarix. I already have all that. All I really need now is orbs. Orbs and books. So I might even change my tune on a freaking PvP one day. But I'm gonna have to be super deep. That'll be the last thing I change my tune on. Cat's here, good morning. Sana's here. You're late sneaking in here. My back is turned. I'm at the chalkboard writing stuff up there, doing a formula, and you sneak in and slide into your desk like nothing happened. You were here the whole time. You come in the back door of the warehouse. Come out and go into the bathroom real quick. Come out of the bathroom like you're in there the whole time, right? I've been here the whole time. I just forgot to clock in. Oops. I had to go poopy. I've been here since my scheduled time of start. I just forgot to clock in. Can you fix that for me? I was here this whole time. You put me down as starting at 7 a.m., please? I was making the poopy. I was holding it the whole time on the way here for 45 minutes. What do you expect? Alright, we found the door. You gotta do that anyway. Sauna with the gifted, running out there with Chad. Peeking under the tarp. We got it out there yesterday, though, so there's probably no tarp. Right? Tarp's only there when it's put up for a while. We'll say there's no tarp. You're opening the hood and inspecting stuff. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Inspector Gadget. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I never watched that show, like, too much. I remember it coming on and I would, like, watch it sometimes. Not, like, a lot. It's one of those cartoons where it would come on after something else that I actually watched. So I always saw the theme music. And you guys have any of those cartoons from when you were a kid? It was like the one that came on after the one you were watching. I guess probably watching Ninja Turtles or Gargoyles or something. Here comes Inspector Gadget. After. Or you gotta get on the bus. Garfield comes on. You see the Garfield and Friends. Garfield and Friends. Never get to see the and Friends part, but you get to see the Garfield part. The stupid bus. Dude, I wanna... When you finally get to watch and Friends... Like, this sucks. Glad I never get to watch that, no. It means you got a day off, though. Like, yeah! I get to watch and Friends today. I'm gonna lose my hero? It's kinda doing things I gotta do before the vault event. Oops, I didn't mean to cast that. There we go. Mark with the 2, the Michelangelo Fund. We got 3 people out there. That's probably enough to get her started. We're revving it from inside the engine bay, though. We're not inside with the pedal yet. Revving it up. Using the throttle. Checking the oil. Making sure the battery's sparkle-arkin'. The lightning maker. Sparkulator. If I ever say something that you've heard on another channel, make sure you call it out, because sometimes I do that. I'm like a YouTube nerd. I'll be saying things that come from other channels. Not Gems of War, of course. I would never do that. Like I just said something from Vice Grip Garage. I'm a YouTube nerd. I was watching Carl Jobst, or whatever his name is. I was watching an old one from when people were trying to beat Dark Souls. They're doing the God Run, where they were trying to beat 1, 2, 3. No, it was like Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro, all back to back to back to back without getting hit, without leveling. Like, it's crazy. Feels like there's nothing left to do when somebody does that. And they did it. Animaniacs? Yeah, I used to watch that. I don't know if it was one of my favorites, but I probably watched it. I think my brother watched it, right? Like, so I would be watching it sometimes while I'm playing my Game Boy. Play my Game Boy. Some Castlevania. Some Mario. Some Tetris. Alright, yeah, let's go do the vault. Sorry for all this. There's a Sentinel. kind of been skipping them just to make sure I have enough torches. Not really, but sometimes. Hopefully that's not a blue ball. If you want me to kill that sentinel, I will. Alright, so let's get started in the vault event. First thing I want to check is what has a boost right now, because that does affect where you might go. So Pan's Vale and then Wild Folk. So let's look at Wild Folk. I think they're mostly in Pan's Vale, so we should be okay. We got Pridelands, Drifting Sands, Pan's Vale. Leonis Empire. Why am I doing this? Because I don't want them to have extra stats when I'm trying to... I want them to have a very specific amount of HP for my Ironhawks. So making sure I don't see Wild Plains or Cinemirage. Wild Plains, uh-oh. This guy's from Wild Plains. It might be a Cinemirager. Those are my two go-tos. And I think Wild Plains... Oh, no! Stupid Wild Folk. What are we gonna do now? Luckily, he's a mythic, though, so... probably not gonna pop up as much as you would think. I'm thinking I'm gonna try Cinemirage. These three right here are my go-tos. And I think something happened to Blackhawk where it doesn't work anymore. So now it's these two. And since I saw that one troop from Wild Plains, I'm gonna try Cinemirage. And we go with the... no turns for you. Alright, so this is the Gnomapalooza team, which I'm going to copy. Might as well show it to you while... Manadwin's here again. Appreciate that. The ground shakes as the gods show their influence upon the races of Norath. Creatures of all types stir to life in response. You feel you should get somewhere safe as soon as possible. It's an earthquake. We got Ruben here. Ruben's here. Do I like soap operas? When you're off school, you know, the Wheel of Fortune, or what is it called? The, Price is Right. And soap operas, yeah, for sure. When you're off school sick, you're eating tomato soup and chicken noodle soup, and it's the middle of the day, and you're sick and you're off school, soap operas come on, Price is Right. Especially if you're playing hooky. Do I know the drop rate of the... not really, man. It's probably in there somewhere. You should get one almost every boss chest, right? So just keep getting boss chests. Pretty sure. And then they just pop up also as you do them. Bob Barker, yeah. Jerry Springer, yeah. Nostalgia. Alright, how close are we to a boss chest? That's another thing. 7! So we could do a Gnomapalooza right off Jump Street, because that's really low. Which is cool, because we'll get a bunch of pity keys. So I don't have to change my team. I'll keep it the same. We'll do a Gnomapalooza right now. If you weren't here earlier, I did a Red Kingdom to level 20, which was cool. And then I saw that I had enough books to do yellow and brown. I'm going to have one of each color. Every kingdom to 20 of each color. But let's do a Gnomapalooza. We have 0 vault keys, 0 epics, no pity keys yet. Let's just do it. Let me put a chapter, though. Vault, start. And 50 minutes, dang, bro. I've almost done a whole hour. Just preparing. Okay, so I'm going to let it get to 50-30, then that will be 105-30. And it's kind of hard to read the chat, but I'll try. So 105.30 is when it's ending. The reason you want to keep track of that is because if you get a Dragonite Gnome in the last minute or two, you might let the music end so you can get the full drop. We're doing a Gnomapalooza. It's all gnomes for 15 minutes. The way you make that happen is you go do Explore 1 until you get all 4 of the Gnomapalooza gnomes. You need like the green one, the brown one, the red one, the blue one. Then you can go to the Soul Forge and combine those into a Gnomapalooza. Which gives you all gnomes for 15 minutes. And the reason that's awesome is because they all have a chance at dropping vault keys. So you have 4 chances at vault keys every fight. And the rest of the loot's good too. They happen to drop gems or Dragonite. If you get a Dragonite gnome, bunch of glory, gold. You need souls, diamonds. Stuff will add up. It's not even just the vault keys you open after the vault event. Like, it's the chase, too, that gives you some loot. Like, this right now is giving me good loot. Just got an epic. Just do it. Is that the Nike thing? Just do it. Is that where he got it from? I didn't even think of that. Maybe Shia LaBeouf just really likes Nike. Is he wearing Nikes in Disturbia or Transformers? Yeah, I saw someone with 2 Stellarix. I can probably get 2, though. That's not, like, crazy. If I can do it, it's not crazy. Right? He was in holes. Yeah, Explore 1. You gotta, like, get rid of all the noise. People are gonna tell you all these stupid things about the Vault event that you gotta forget. Like, don't be doing PvP. Don't be using Tesla or Red Macaco or Phoenicia or Stellarix. Don't be doing Explore 5 or 2 or 3 or 12 or... Don't go do pet rescues. Not saying you're doing it wrong if you're doing those things, but if you want to do it right, Explore 1 just the entire time. Especially if you're low, mid, early in game. Once you get too late in game, you kind of do your own thing, whatever you want to do. And this is still good. You're still not doing something wrong if you're doing the vault the whole time. Nobody has, like, so many gems that they... I mean, there's a couple people, but... Those are the 1%ers that have so many gems they don't... And you could spend them so fast. I don't care if you have 100,000 gems. You could still spend them pretty quick. If you start buying every deed that pops up and every offer and every merchant offer, and you do the Underspire every week, and you do guild events, and you get first place in that, and you're winning leaderboards, like, you could run 100,000 gems out pretty quick. I've run out 10,000 in a week or two, so what's to say you can't run 100,000 out in a month or two? Luckily, in that month or two, you'll have a couple vault events, so... Probably won't happen as fast as you think. That's good, Mark. Yeah, you need a break. You've been winning, getting, like, top of the leaderboard, so... Time to go get some gems, some diamonds, some Dragonite. Some tarot cards. Could be a tarot card you need for a certain weapon. The only way you're going to get it's by getting vault keys. Like, how in the heck do I get Wand of Stars? Everybody has it except for me. I'm sitting here doing pet rescues, though, and PvP. Well, that's why you don't have the Wand of Stars yet, sorry. How do I get trick and treat? Is it trick and treat? Somebody asked me that in the comments. Isn't the devil available in tarot cards now? I know it used to be like a special Halloween. Somebody was asking me how to get trick and treat. And I swear it's I swear that the devil's in the tarot cards now, but not 100%. I got all my troops, all my underworld. Like, you know, they add a new underworld troop every, you know, once in a while through the weekend thing. I got all mine fully ascended now, except for the newest one. And that was through doing Hellgate and having to get that horde level to 309 or something crazy. Just feels good to have done. I got the hardest one done. That means that it's just downhill from here. I gotta do Lazara's Lair, Indridget's Palace, and one other one, like Durgaroth or something. I still have like a couple hard ones, but nothing's gonna be as hard as Hellgate. .105's our stopping point. Mark says I need verse 1 like crazy. So triple Ironhawk and Explore 1. I know you got it now, so. Dust Devil, Ironhawk, Ironhawk, Ironhawk. Explore 1, and, you know, it gets boring, especially if you're not getting it, but the way to spice it up is that PvP gold and soul booster that you should have saved for this weekend. And that XP booster, you can spice it up. I kind of like hunt verses, and if I start getting frustrated, that's when I'll run an XP booster or a gold booster or a soul booster. My frustration valve, so I can let some steam out of my collar. Okay, at least I'm getting a little bit of extra experience right now, you know. I could do the pet rant. Do I have a tutorial on how to level up kingdoms? Yeah, I think so. You have a lot of deeds but no gold. You have 2 million souls. It's annoying. Well, now's the time to get gold. Now's the time. You guys have seen me open vault keys and get 250,000 gold off of one. Now's the time to get your gold, Ruben. Just do this as hard as you can. So let's say you have 0 gaps. You would take your Rowan or your triple Ironhawk into Explore 1. You would keep going until you get the 4 verses you need. Then you would make sure your boss chest is as close to 0 as possible, then you'd run that gap. Then once you run that gap and that gap's over, you go back to Explore 1, you do it again. And then you do that all weekend. We're not going and getting pets during this time. We're not doing PvP during this time. We're not opening the vault keys during this time. We're just getting as many as we can during this time. Then you got, you know, it's only 3 days. You can do every other pet rescue for the rest of your life except for during these 3 days. You can do PvP any other time except for these 3 days, right? You can open the vault keys at any other time. Let's not be impatient and just, oh, I got a vault key, I better go open it. That's going to be 30 seconds to a minute you waste. With no extra loot, you'll get the same loot on Monday. It's more fun. Save those vault keys for when it's not the vault event. You have something fun to do. Open them up. Now remember, certain people, you can do a pet rescue here or there. Like, I'm not a big fan of it. But I get it if you see that one pet that you've been looking for, and you want to go get one copy of it real quick. But don't do every single one that pops up. That's a waste of time. You already have 23 copies of whatever pet. To go get your 24th copy and waste 5 to whatever minutes of your vault to go do that. To go from 23 to 24. Like, come on. The technically guy out there will say, well, what about the pet that I have 0 of that I've been looking for 5 years now? Of course. If you're gonna be the technically guy. But most of the time, it's gonna be a pet you already have like 8 copies of or 17 copies of. You're gonna go get number 9, you're gonna go get number 18 instead of doing this? Probably shouldn't. And even if it's a good idea to go get pets, meaning you're in the top 1% and you're level 3000 and you have everything else done in the game. You're still just going to get 1 copy of it. It's not like you're going to get a bunch of copies. It better be one you don't have yet. But yeah, as far as a tutorial on leveling up kingdoms, I think I have a video called How to Get Stats. I don't know if I super went in depth on how to... But your main problem is gold, so that's easily solved by the Vault event. I probably have a couple videos on that, at least 2 or 3. The Devil is a tarot card I made Trick and Treat 3 weeks ago. The Devil and Lovers are in there. Sana says, just starting, first a friend that don't get hints to leave, and then PC. Yeah, Rowan's good, Dez. You don't have Iron Hawks, you use Rowan. The only other exception is Moon Mage, a very, very specific team with a very specific class. Because it's just as fast as Rowan, but only with Doomsayer. If you don't have Doomsayer on 100 and you're just sick and tired of Rowan, you could do Moon Mage team. I have a video on that too. Shout out to Glorfindel for coming up with it. Do you have your Ironhawks dusted off, Chad? You need more Cindy's? Cindy's always the one, huh? Like, of course, every once in a while, you're like, oh, Freddy, or oh, Hoagie. But I feel like if we compiled the times somebody said a certain Gnomapalooza gnome and that they needed it, I bet you Cindy would be the top. I don't know why, but she would win. What's the 4th one's name? You got Cindy, Hoagie, Freddy. Does it start with a B? Oops, I got distracted for a sec. Okay, so if I was you, right now I would be looking at what gnomes I'm getting. If you don't have Stellarix, you don't have Diamantina, look for a Dragonite gnome. I'm in the last almost minute of this Gnomapalooza. I don't need Dragonite, so I'm just going to keep going so I can get Vault Keys. But I would... Let's take a look at what we're getting here. That's something a lot of y'all will be doing. In the last minute, last 2 minutes, last 3 minutes, however, depends how much you care about your Dragonite. So I haven't seen one yet. Got 40 seconds left. It's probably like 5 or 6 battles. So nothing yet. I'm not going to pause on it, but I would say I'll just shout it out so you guys know. Like, oh, this is where you would do that. Nothing. Only got like 3 left, 2 left. This would be a great time for it to pop up because you didn't waste any of your Gnomapalooza. This is the last battle, maybe second to last. Of course not. I think I maybe get one more, maybe, if I hurry. Probably not, though. I don't know. Did we get it? Ooh, we got it. That's our last battle. So, if you saw a Dragonite gnome right here, you could let the music run out, then kill it, then you'll get the full drop. Because otherwise you're going to get like 5 Dragonite. You could get like 50 if you let the music run out. But you don't do that at the beginning of a Gnomapalooza. You don't want to waste the whole thing. You do it at the end. No way I still have time. Wow, I wasted. Probably wasted a whole battle just thinking I was done. Now we're definitely done. Let's go see how many vault keys I got. On average, you're going to see about 20 per Gnomapalooza. That first Gnomapalooza, I'm going to get 1 billion pity keys, so that's an anomaly. If you're using Rowan, you're going to get more like 15 to 20. If you're using Ironhawk, you're going to get more like 20 to 25. That's the difference. Let's see how many I got without the pity keys. Okay, let's get rid of this. And this. Wow, I crushed it. I got 33. Is there anything you can say as to why I got so many? Like, is there something else I did? 33. Have you ever seen that many in one Gnomapalooza? That's without my pities. 28 vault keys and 5 epics. And I even, like, missed a whole battle. And that epic, 5 epics, that's crazy. Normally I would get, like, 3. You get 10%. So it should be, like, 2.8. I got 5. 28 and 5. Dang! I crushed it. I wish I got that many every time. And then I can go get my pities, too. Which I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's got to be a record. If you count pities. I just got 43 vault keys in one Gnomapalooza. But, you know, that was my first pity, so... Of course, it's a bunch. Alright, now it would be time to hunt verses, even though I have more Gnomapaloozas. It depends what day it is. Like, on Friday, I'll force myself to hunt for verses after every Gnomapalooza. That way I keep going. We gotta keep rolling them. We don't want to just run all 5 of them back to back to back to back on Friday. On Sunday, you might do that because you don't have much time left, and you want to say, oh, you decide, like, okay, I want to end up having 2 or 3 left for the next vault event, and I have 7 right now, and it's midnight on Sunday. Like, let me hurry up and run these last 5 or 4 back to back to back to back. Otherwise, it's a good way to force yourself to... Because you don't want this boss chest popping up during your Gnomapalooza anyway, right? And you want to keep rolling these verses. You don't want to run gaps back to back to back to back. Unless you have like 100 or 20 or... Most of us don't, though. Already copied that. So now I got to do 3 Ironhawks. So I force myself to hunt verses in between. That's how I don't run out. Even when I have. Especially on Friday and Saturday. Right now, I'm forcing myself to hunt verses. Yeah, I should do a poll. We could do that. Let me check and see what verse I need, and then we'll run the poll. Somebody remind me to compile the ideas off the community tab. When I'm talking about being done for the day, make sure I compile those ideas on stream. Or I'm never going to do it. Because I'm going to start thinking about the new account playthrough. And then I'll forget. I got a one-track mind. So make me do that today on stream, y'all. And we might even vote on something. I don't know. I just at least want to compile them. Alright, what verse do I need? Before we run the poll. I need Cindy too, just like everybody else. I'll just do the colors. But let's do the poll. Engage with your audience. Start a poll. Ask a question. Which verse do you need or have least of? So even if you don't need a verse, which one do you have the least of? So anybody can answer. We got green, We got red. I could put the names too, I guess. So, Freddy. Red is Cindy. Add an option. We got blue, which I think is Hoagie. Red is Cindy. Hoagie. Baz, that's his name. I knew it started with a B. Alright, here goes a poll. So if you're not at your keyboard, if you're AFK, if you're lurking, now's the time to come vote for real quick. Hit that like while you're at it. So we got green, red, blue, brown. Which verse do you need or have the least of? Oh, you guys said it. Sana and Professor said Baz. Anthony's here. Anthony Jones. What's good, man? Can I give a rundown on this video? Just joined. Oh, so at the beginning I was just, you know, getting the stream set up, and then we went and made a level 20 kingdom, a red level 20. Then I was doing a little bit of invasion because we don't have it done yet all the way. Then I did a little bit of Underspire because I'm super high level, and I don't really recommend y'all to do that, but yeah. Now it's the Vault event. So, it's the best time in the game to be farming for gold, souls, gems, dragonite, diamonds, tarot cards, orbs, everything. Almost everything. Except for books. But you can indirectly say that the Vault event can get you books. Because the Vault event can get you gems, which leads to books sometimes. Because you can buy deeds, merchant offers, yada yada. Writs. So the Vault event can get you everything in the game. Mythics, legendaries, books, everything. Maybe the only thing is shiny keys, but you could even say indirectly that the Vault event can get you shiny keys because it gives you more gems to then invest into guild events to get further in the guild event to get shiny keys. So almost, it's like everything. The Vault event can get you everything in the game. So this is the time to be farming. Screw gold farming, screw soul farming. Like, let's do the Vault event because you can get everything. You could say any resource, and I could tie it back to the Vault event. So you're running Explore 1 with Ironhawks or Rowan, most people. If you don't have 2 Ironhawks, you don't have 3 Ironhawks, you're doing Rowan. You're going to a kingdom where it's not annoying. You don't have a summoner or a barrier or a submerge or something. If you're doing Ironhawks, you're going to a very specific kingdom like Senna Mirage where they have a certain amount of durability. But if you have Rowan, you can go wherever you want. You can hunt a certain trait stone if you want. Just make sure it's not an annoying kingdom. You can level up a class if you want. You can go after class weapons if you want. Rowan is more versatile. Ironhawks are faster. So you do Explore 1. You know, you got to get the 4 verses. Captain Planet. Green, red, blue, brown. And the way to do that is to do Explore 1. Kill as many enemies as fast as possible. So that means Explore 1. With your fastest team. Because if you see 4 enemies and you kill them, the very next battle, there's a chance that there's a gnome. Then you see 4 enemies, you kill them, the very next battle, there's a chance that there's a gnome. And it doesn't matter how difficult it is. It just, all that matters is killing the enemies and getting a new set. So you do the easiest battles you can. You don't do the hardest ones. So quick. Kill. See the next battle, see the next battle. Get gnomes. That's the way to get them. Explore 1, Rowan or Ironhawks. Fast. Clear. New enemies. Roll the dice. Let's get some gnomes. And even if you get a gnome, it's like, are you going to get a Gnomapalooza gnome? Like, you got to keep seeing gnomes so you can get those Gnomapalooza gnomes. Then you got to keep seeing Gnomapalooza gnomes so you can get the right one that you need. So, it's better to just kill enemies as quickly as possible in the lowest setting. Just hurry up and get to the next battle. Whatever that means for you. Rowan, Ironhawk, most likely. So once you get the 4 verses, you go to the Soul Forge, you can craft them into a Gnomapalooza, then you have 15 minutes of all gnomes. Every single enemy is going to be a gnome for 15 minutes. You go to the same place, go back to the same place, do the same thing, except for it's going to have a 15-minute timer up there. You're going to get all gnomes for 15 minutes in that same place doing the same thing. But now it's all gnomes, so bang, gnomes, kill them all. Bang, gnomes, kill them all. Fast. Vault keys flying at you. 20 of them. 25 of them. You saw me get like 43 there. And then vault keys lead to everything else. And you're getting cool loot while you're killing the gnomes, too. While you're hunting the gnomes, you're probably getting cool loot. But while you're killing gnomes, you're definitely getting good loot. Then you're getting vault keys, which you're going to open after the vault event's over, and you're going to get everything you've ever wanted. Because vault keys are the way to do that. Not gold farming, not soul farming, not Ferris Ra, not Red Macaco, not Cedric. It's the vault event. It's just 3 days every month. Come on, let's go. That's pretty much what it is. Other than that, there's pity keys. You don't even really have to pay attention to those. They just happen. So, not much you can do. They just happen. So you kind of just forget about them. Make sure you get them. Collect them. And then while you're hunting verses, you want to do a gap. You want to have as close to 0 out of 100 on your boss chest. Run a gap. When that gap's over, hunt verses. Get your boss chest. Get it back to 0. Then do a gap. Hunt verses. Get your boss chest. Then do a gap. Hunt verses. Get your boss chest. Then do a gap. Like, that's how I do it. And that's how I keep rolling into the next... That's how I don't run out of Gnomapaloozas and then I'm sitting there hunting verses for hours. You don't want to... You want to, like, break it up anyway. It's boring to run gaps back to back to back to back to back to back to back. And it's boring to just hunt verses back to back to back to back to back to back. So run a gap, then hunt verses. Run a gap, then hunt verses. Run a gap, then hunt verses. That's way better. That's the way I do it anyway. And I've got up to like 500 vault keys just playing like 5 hours a day. Like, I don't play like crazy 10 hours a day. I wouldn't buy Dragonite from PvP, Dez. You're better off getting books. It's kind of like getting a legendary from the Soul Forge. If you're getting Dragonite from PvP, it's like getting a legendary from the Soul Forge. Most of the time, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to save up for a mythic. Same thing with PvP and gold marks. You're not supposed to get Dragonite. You're supposed to save up for a book. Ruben says I have basically all the top 20s, but Elder Dragon's like a top 40. It's not a top 20, so... No problem, Ruben. Baz is the least, says Camelot. Stay in one kingdom, yeah, don't jump around. So I'm in Cinemirage, it's working so far. And now it's time to hunt verses. So I make myself do that. I still have gaps, but I'm making myself do this. Mark says I camp at Cinemirage all weekend, don't go anywhere else. Good job. Sana likes Midnight. I need to try it, because she always mentions it, and I've never tried it. Ruben, I'm going with Cinemirage at the moment. Until I see differently, it's still some... Nothing's happened yet to prove otherwise, so... I'm the Cinemirage or Wild Plains dude. I don't get very creative or exploratory with it. When I have something that's working, I just keep doing it. You see it's going down smooth. Like a Coors Light. If stuff starts surviving and whatnot, then maybe I would... But why would I? I don't need trait stones. I'm doing triple Ironhawk, and everything's going down smooth, so there's no reason to switch. Genie, you just skip right by it. Who cares about that? Merchant, you want to know, am I buying, like, before it even pops up. One way to do that is, like, keep your eye on, like, peek at the gem offer, and just have a few things that you would buy with gems. Try not to, like, make it a brain buster every time the merchant pops up. Like, I'm buying purple deeds. If I see purple deeds, I'm buying them. If I see writs, I'm buying them. If I see a verse or something, I don't think that can even happen, but I would buy it if there was one. Otherwise, I'm just going to choose the gold offer or nothing. I almost wish one would pop up so I could show you. Which they will eventually. That's another good thing about the Vault event, and the way, you know, doing Explore 1 so quickly, you're going to get more merchant offers, too. Because that's kind of based off of how many battles you do. It's not like how hard the battles are. You'll get just as many... You'll get way more merchant offers if you're doing Explorer 1 than if you're doing Explorer 12. Which is a good and a bad thing. I mean, depends if you... Hey, I got Baz. I think that's my second lowest. When I get my boss chest, we will end the poll and see what you guys say. And then we'll run a gap. And then I'll compile the community tab stuff, and that'll probably be the stream for today. We'll at least run one more gap and compile the community tab ideas for the members-only video that I'm going to make to give back to the members. Really don't see how anything could be faster than this. Genie, skip it. Oh, I screwed up. Let's see how fast I can go for a bit. What the heck was that? I went too fast. Here's a merchant, right? Okay, nothing. Get out of there. I'm not buying treasure maps no matter what they cost. And I'm not buying diamonds for gems right now. It's not one of my things. Just purple deeds, that's it. Maybe Ritz. I can tell you tapped way too fast if you accidentally make it your home kingdom. Got a vault key? Nice. I need to keep my eye on that boss chest. Am I close? 87. Alright, yeah, I'll pin that, Sana. I got Baz again. I'll take it. I really need Cindy, but... You don't also want to have, like, 2 of every... That gets hard. Let's say you have, like, 12 of the blue one, and then you have 10 of the green one. You don't want to have, like, 1 red and 1 brown. I would rather just need Cindy. It's worse if you need 2 of them. 3 of them. I would gladly have 13, 13, 13, 1. That's way better than like 25, 3, 3, 3. Now you gotta get all 3 of them soon. At least that's the way I feel. I don't know. I guess you would get one you need more often, but... It's a lovely rainy day today. I love it. The vault event. It's Friday. Alright, we're heading towards this boss chest where I will then run a gap. That's the way I play. I'm thinking ahead. It's patience. Keep myself going. I don't care that I still have like 4 gaps. I want 5. I want to get that one back that I just used. Damon, skip it. Nah, I haven't run them yet. I'm kind of saving them for when I get frustrated. I probably need to run one of them because it might run out of... I need to go check them. So that's a good idea. And I run my boosters during the verse hunting portion, not the gap portion. Like, it might bleed into it, but... I'll hit the XP booster right before I start verse farming, not right before a gap. I want to make this more interesting. Like, a gap is already at max excitement, so it doesn't need any more on top of it. Alright, let me pin that. It was hard. Oh, still not letting me. Pin. Pin message. Alright, merchant. Be quick. Be quick. Dragonite, no. Yellow pet food. I'll buy it. For me, it's just gold. I have a lot of gold, so I'm willing to invest it into some pet food, even though it's not that exciting. And it also gets me out of there almost as quick as canceling out, so... What do I care about 2,500 gold for some yellow pet food? Might as well. Yeah, I saved my XP booster, my gold booster, my soul booster for deep Friday night where I'm annoyed with verses and I'm not getting Cindy, or Saturday night where I'm run out of gaps and I need a certain verse and I'm annoyed. That's when I save my boosters for, unless they're about to run out, like the XP booster. You might want to just run it if it's about to run out. No, he survived. I knew that was going to happen. No big deal. That's why you don't do that during a gap. You don't want that happening. Or this. Now's a good time to run a gap. And I copied already, so I can just paste it. I don't think I got the verse I needed, but I'm going to do that after every gap, so hopefully I can get the one I need when I need it. Let's just run one battle, lock it in, be ready to go. I'll end the poll. Supernova, I haven't seen him in a minute. He told us, though, why, so... You know, people like Faceless One, Trey, like Supernova, they told, like Glorfindel. They tell me, like, oh, hey, I'm working a ton. I'm probably not going to get to come to the streams, but I'm still watching. But Supernova, yeah, he loves gold, man. Remember, he's like Scrooge McDuck diving into gold. I wouldn't advise other people to do that, but that's his thing, and he's super high level, so... Once a person is super high level, you can't tell them nothing, really, so... Let me switch this back, because I hate it. And then, see where we're at and everything. Let's end that poll. Alright, so we got 33... I need to go get those, so I know... Let me grab these stupid pities. Not stupid, but it's the stupid XP booster that's making this difficult. I don't want to accidentally run all of them. And I'm not the guy that, like, lets my pity key stay in the mail. I'd rather see exactly what I've got without having to do math. Like, that one's 22 hours. I'm good for a bit. Alright, so 43 so far. There we go. Alright, let's end this poll. If anybody wants to vote, now's the time. I'll give you till 1:29 elapsed. So you got 20 seconds to vote if you want to vote. On the poll, in the chat, on the live stream. Yo, Dragor, how's it going? I'm excited you guys said I had more troops than Tacit. He's probably... That's nuts. This is like my claim to fame. He might have Stormguard, though. He might have these two, because he buys the, This doesn't count, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing 5 troops. But his Sentinels probably make up for my King Stormguard and Temperance. He has the Horde Mimic, too. I don't know how he has less troops than me. It's got to be the Sentinels, then. He's just getting unlucky. Because I'm free to play, so that's why I don't have Temperance or Stormguard. This doesn't count. I can get that right now. He has this. So if he has, like... The only two that we share is probably these two. Yeah, he needs Sentinels, huh? He's probably missing, like, 4 of them. It's close either way. Alright, let's end the poll, and then run another gap, and then compile the community tab ideas, and then we'll get out of here. Alright, I'm ending the poll. If I can find it. Stop it. Where's the poll? There it is. End it. Wow. So Baz won. Baz is always my second. Cindy, I almost always need Cindy, it feels like. And if it's not Cindy, it's Baz. So that definitely tracks. So Baz won with 36%. Cindy got second with 31%. Freddie got third with 21%. And nobody needs Hoagie. Except for like 1 or 2 people. Probably 2. If there's 19 votes. I don't know, that's just interesting. You're getting a lot of medals and badges, Ruben. That's good. Sana says I still have to get used to Ironhawk. I still match 4 or 5, right? Ruben says my mom's favorite beer. Coors Light. Camelot says I have 24 on the others, but Baz is the least. Marky's here. What up, Marky? How about which we have the most of? I have 21 of one, but like 10 of the others, says Cat. Marky says I ran a 15-minute gap and got about 20 vault keys and 3 epic keys. I used my Rowan team as I don't have any Ironhawks. Set the timer on my watch just in case. Great job, Marky. Yeah, that's perfect. You did great, actually. That's on the high end for Rowan. Crushing it, dude. Camelot, you have 18 Nomapaloozas? I would run those bad boys if I were you. Maybe wait till Sunday. If you're like a saver, maybe save 5, but I don't know. I don't understand the stacking of the gaps. Unless it's a thing where you know, I don't have time this weekend or I can't, like I get that. That's the one thing I could think of as to why people would stack gaps. There's only 2 reasons why you would stack gaps. Number 1, you're so high level that there's you don't need anything in the game. You don't want gems. You don't need diamonds. You have all the mythics. You have all the legendaries. You have so many orbs that are coming out of your orifice. Like, that person, maybe they stack gaps because there's nothing else to collect in the game anymore. But that's not barely any of us. Most of us need something. Whether it's books, or deeds, or writs, or gems, or Dragonite. We need something, most of us. So that's just crazy. Like, you've been playing the game 10 hours a day for 7, 8 years. Only other reason I can see as to why you would save gaps is, like, you can't play the Vault event properly this weekend. You don't have 15 minutes straight, ever. Like, something's always going on. People are knocking on your door. People are calling you up. People are bugging you. You never know if you're going to have 15 minutes straight to run a gap. So instead of running them, you just hunt versus, because you're not locked in. It's the only other thing I can think of, because any other reason is not smart, in my opinion. You can stack up 100 gaps times 15 minutes. That's 25 hours of your life. At some point, you're going to have to buckle down and do them. I would rather have like 5 and think of like an hour than think of 25 hours. Plus, get the loot now. What are you doing? Now's the time to run the gaps. I think anything over 20 is pretty crazy to save. And I would never save more than like 10. Honestly. I'll just run them. I need gems. I need orbs. I'm trying to get it. I'm running them. I'm not pushing it off to the future. Unless I just can't. I don't have 15 minutes straight ever. That's the only thing I can think of. Anyway, let's run this gap, baby. Let's do another one, then we'll compile the ideas. That way I make sure I get it done. Let's go at 135, and that'll be a nice, even 150. Everyone needs books, yeah. And if you know, gems will lead to books. Yeah, nothing like with the results of the poll, like that doesn't really matter. It's not like Cindy appears less often or Baz appears less often. It's just confirmation bias, so. Oops. Dang, screwing up. Nope, screwing up. Stop it. There we go. Like, that poll doesn't really tell us much. It was just fun to do. It is kind of crazy that Cindy pops up quite a bit in Baz. So I had, what, 43 when we started this? It'd be nice to get like an even 70. With my pities and whatnot. Out of 2 gaps, get 70? That'd be nuts. Just got 2 vault keys there. What are they, turning them up? Am I going that fast, or did they turn them up, or am I just getting lucky? One of those 3 things. Drager has 78 saved. Dang. I know there's people. That's why I'm even talking about it, because I've heard stories of mountains of gaps. That would be like having mountains of checks, and you don't cash them. Like, you're so rich that you don't even need the money, and you're just collecting checks. You know? Think of a gap like a check. Like a... You got a check from work, and it's on a literal check, and you got a stack of checks, and you're not cashing them. That's what a stack of Gnomapaloozas is. Take those bad boys to the bank. Get them gems up on your screen. They're just theoretical gems until you cash them. Can't use them. Can't use a gap for nothing. I mean, if there was a way to use a gap to turn it into something else, then yeah, maybe, but... Think of it as like a stack of checks you haven't cashed yet. I'm gonna cash that check. I'm gonna get that interest. I'm not gonna sit there and just let them sit. Beg, you're crazy, dude. You gotta open those things. That's the same thing as having a bunch of gaps, having a bunch of vault keys. You got a stack of 1,800 checks right there that you haven't cashed. Gaps and vault keys, man. That's just like having a stack of checks you haven't cashed. I wouldn't do it right now. If I was Beg for Mercy, I would probably go get 200 vault keys. And you see how that works? That's why I set myself to 0. That way I'm not giving myself a easy out. Like, gosh, I have 1,800. How the heck am I ever going to open that many? Might as well just get 200, making an even 2,000. Instead of getting 300 or 500. You gotta wait to get the campaign troops, yeah. I mean, there's a vault event every month now. That's still a viable strat, but... Like, I have everything, you know? I don't do that, and I have everything. Only thing I'm missing is Stormguard and Temperance, and they're not even possible right now. So it's not like I need to save my vault keys. I mean, there's going to be another vault event a month from now. Like, we probably had the same amount of keys. I just opened mine, and you haven't. People that have 20, 30, a million gaps, we probably had around the same amount. You just haven't opened yours yet. And I have. I mean, some people probably have way more gaps than me, but instead of opening them, you're farming them, so maybe that wasn't smart to say, but... I know, dude. Look at that. I just got a key right there as you were saying it, Mark. It's boring, yeah. Yeah, I have all the tarot cards except for Temperance, Beg. And I never stacked up 1,800 vault keys. The most I've ever had at once is like 500, and I just opened them. Back in the day, I would save them a little bit for tarot cards, but... That's when we had vault events like every 5, 6 weeks, 7 weeks. Now it's every 4 weeks. Can almost get in, what? How long's the campaign? And then how long's the period of time we have to wait? Like in that, jeez. It's a lot of vault events. You can probably fit in like 4 vault events in the time that it takes for that tarot card to go into the drop table. Become aware of a tarot card. And then between the time you become aware of a tarot card and then the time you're able to get it, it's probably at least 4 or 5 vault events worth of time. 200 Cedrics, yeah. Stupid dirty picture of Cedric. 1,800 gems. I mean, yeah, if you get bad luck, it could take a bunch of vault keys to get a tarot card. Just like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, these days, tarot cards do nothing. You get it when you get it. If you don't get it, who cares? You're kind of saving up for a who cares? You know what I mean? What's Temperance gonna do anyway? Back in the day, though, when they first introduced tarot cards, like, there's a certain strat, and then it changes over time. So the reasons you would not save vault keys these days is because there's more vault events more frequently, and the tarot cards do nothing. There's a couple of them now, yeah. Lovers, Empress. But how many are, like, out of 20 tarot cards, there's like 5 that did anything? It's like a kind of an older strat. I used to do it too a little bit. Now I'm like, hey, I'll just get it on the next one, yeah. Oh, I didn't get it? Oh well, I'll get it on the next one. Didn't get it? Oh well, get it on the next one. I want those gems, I want that gold, I want those orbs. So I'm not just gonna like sacrifice, I'm not gonna leave a stack of checks, a bunch of theoretical gems just for a Temperance. But hey, if you have 50,000 gems, maybe you don't. There's a Dragonite Gnome, but we still got 8 minutes, 7 minutes left, so I would not recommend letting it sit for that long. It'll spoil, it'll go rotten. Don't do that. It's yucky. All stinky. Left the milk out. Oh, you said it's hard enough for you to get 1,800 gems. Well, we know the gem thing. Like, Vault event's the best way to get gems. Now's the time. And then your tributes. You take more tributes. And then don't waste gems. That's the 3 ways to get more gems. The hardest one to do is to not waste gems, because you don't think about it. You just, oh, look. Dragonite? I gotta buy that. Are you buying it in the dungeon? No? Well, then don't buy it from the merchant. It's the same price. If you're not buying Dragonite every day from the dungeon, then don't buy it from the merchant. He's trying to swindle you. It's the same price, dude. Little swindler. But I gotta buy pet baskets. That pet is cute. I gotta be the big fish in the small pond to get first in my guild event. No, you don't. If your guild event gets done on a Wednesday, and you spent 1 billion gems getting in first place, what's to say your guild wouldn't have got it done on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and you just wasted a bunch of gems? Try not to waste gems. Don't buy every single offer you see. Don't do the Underspire if you haven't already done Epic Trials and the Diamantina and Stellarix. Don't be opening chests like gem. Oh, I need mythics. I'm out of gem keys. Let me spend some gems. No. It's like selling your car for gas money. I gotta have that armor. It looks cool. Certain things people are wasting gems on, and then they're wondering why they don't have gems. But the best way is to do the Vault event. That's how you get gems. Then Tribute. Those are the kind of active way. Like, Vault event's the active way to farm gems. The kind of passive way is the Tribute. And then, if you want to take it even further, just don't waste gems. You don't have to get first place in every freaking leaderboard and every guild event on Wednesday. Get the whole thing done by yourself. You don't have to do that. If you're low on gems, you don't have to be a scout in the Tower of Doom. Nobody cares, and you're not proving nothing to anybody. I mean, they'll be thankful, but leave that to people that have gems at the time. Somebody else needs to step up to the plate. Be the Bigfoot, the John Stockton. Coming out of the woodworks. Can't rely on the same old every time. Put a lot of weight on their shoulders, they get sick and tired of it. And they go to a different guild. Oh no, Morgan Camo Cat. Yeah, that's a hard one to get. It's available though, so there's no reason to save vault keys. You can go get it. Just like an RNG thing. The more freaking stupid tarot cards they add to the drop table, the harder it's going to be for you to get one certain tarot card. They put all these useless ones in that do nothing, and then people are looking for the lovers and the devil and Empress and stuff like that, and they can't get it because they're getting temperance and judgment. All these stupid ones that do nothing. How many gems do people use when scouting? I have no idea, but it's probably like, whew, quite a bit. I would guess 3,000 to 5,000. If you're like the early scout, not as many. I don't know, because it depends. I don't know. It depends, like always. You're pretty much doing 4 times. So let's say I spend 750 on a Tower of Doom or something like that. Yeah, probably 3,000. I probably got it right the first time. Probably like 3,000, somewhere around there if you're a scout. A normal person will spend like 750 to 1,000, and then like a scout will spend like 3,000 to 5,000, depending on how many scouts you got. If you got 10 scouts, of course you're not going to spend 5,000 gems, but if you have 1 scout, they got to go in every single room all the way up. So they're times 4ing, basically. I mean, occasionally you're going to hit 2 rooms, 3 rooms. So overall, it's probably like times 3 or 4, but... Toddy Big Ears, yeah. Go get that 1 copy, boy. You only need 30 more. I hope he pops up 30 more times this weekend. Let me get Toddy Big Ears. Let me stop getting all these gems so I can go get that Toddy Big Ears. And get that 1 copy. I need my 8th copy of Toddy Big Ears. I'm gonna stop doing this gem shower catching gems. I need Toddy Big. I need my 17th copy. I need my 17th copy of Toddy Big Ears. Let me go waste 5 minutes for my vault event. I don't want 43 vault keys. I'd rather have one copy of Toddy Big Ears. That's a good one to say, Toddy Big Ears. It sounds so ridiculous. Alright, I'm looking for purple. Luckily, we're not in the middle of a gap, so I could sit here as long as I want, but I'm gonna do nothing. Let's go see how many vault keys I got. Let's grab our pities first. I guess I should have looked at them first. This is going to be another... It's only my second one, so... I got like 5, though, if you want to subtract them. It's part of the game. Everybody gets pity keys. It's not like I'm getting some special treatment. 70! Exactly what I wanted, dude! But my epics fell off dramatically. I got 0 epics. Course correction. It's bringing me back. Now I'm under drop rate for epics, kind of. So I had all the pities, but I got 70 vault keys so far off of 2 gaps. That's pretty good. I wish that epic said at least 6. A little bit under on that. And my verses are just going down, down, down. So there's good and bad here. I'm getting crazy good amounts of vault keys per gap. But my epics are kind of down, and my gaps aren't replenishing as fast as I would like. So yeah, the next thing I would do is go back to Cinema Mirage, go to Explore, put an Iron Hawk on, just to so you know the what you do here. And I would just do this till I get a boss chest, and hope that I get the verse I need. So yeah, let's go compile those ideas. So pretty much the stream's over. We did 2 gaps, we hunted verses, we did some invasion, we did some underspire. I got another kingdom to level 20. I can get every color to 20 if I want. That's so crazy to me. But I gotta go decide which brown one and which yellow one am I gonna do. I gotta go decide. I gotta go see which ones can get to 30. So I don't want to just do it all willy-nilly. But I got Darkstone on 20. Zalkari on 20. Sword's Edge on 20. PRIDELANDS on 20. And now I gotta figure out which brown and yellow I'm gonna do. And then I'll have one of every color on 20. That's one thing I could say that I probably have that Tacit doesn't have. Even if we both have the same amount of unknown troops. I think I have more 20 kingdoms. Not that he couldn't do that. I think he could, but he just doesn't for some reason. You got the lovers. Nice, Camelot. Yeah, I hate going on. I hate going after pets. That's why he said LOL, though, Mark. I think he knows. Alright, let's go check this out. You guys, this won't be super uninteresting. Now, keep doing your vault event. We might even vote on a couple of them, so stay tuned. Don't leave the stream. You might be able to affect what the video is right now. Because if there's too many ideas, I gotta scrap a couple of them. So, ahead of time, if you did an idea that I do not use, I'm sorry, but it's probably because I feel like other ideas would be easier to make a video out of. It's not because I think your idea is stupid or anything. Alright, let's read these comments. Let me get old paper and pencil, I guess. Should probably just type it up on the computer, but I'm an old man, so I'm gonna write it down. I like writing anyway. Sometimes you just like writing. It's not because you're stupid and I gotta put it on my phone, little notes on my phone, or type it up on the computer. Alright, we got HX Sky, who I feel like I haven't seen since he put this down, but I'd really like to see a guide on how to maximize rewards outside of a Gnomapalooza, as life and such can get in the way. And it's not always possible to make time to sit down and grind Explorer 1 for hours, in addition to just resource management tips of what to spend on and what not to. Like, what are gems value to spend on versus what looks good but isn't. I've always wanted to make a resource guide, but every time I start it, it's so hard. But if you just want to know about gyms, that might be easier. Oh no, that's kind of like 2 ideas in one. So let's put how to maximize rewards outside of... That's like a topical one. How to maximize resources outside of Vault event, pretty much. It's kind of a hard topic. I don't know. And then, like, he almost has 2 ideas here. Resource management tips. Resource... This pen sucks. About to crack it in half and snort it up. Stupid pen. Resource... Gym management? I don't know. I almost just talked about that. Alright, so that's Sky's ideas. We got Brian Walker here, I think. Maybe a quick overview of the troop role filter on the collection tab. Troop role filter. Okay. He also says, the thing I'm struggling with is the underworld. I got the grinding part down and all the troops. I'm having a hard time figuring out the endgame underworld. When or how to get to 500. Understand that I should do pure faction at some point as well. But was wondering at what levels are best. I'll just put that as a when to do pure faction. Like end game, you know, end game underworld. So that was Brian Walker. We got the professor. He pretty much says hidden gems, like underrated troops. That's a good one. Underrated troops. I've always wanted to do that. I just figured it would be like the top 20 green troops. Something I would like for you to watch and could help you with your gameplay, but the butter eaters won't watch, so it'll get no views. They just want to be told that everything that they just got is the best ever. Best stack sets for PvP buffs. Okay, best PvP buffs. Got a lot of ideas from 3 people already. Alright, we got Sauna here. I think it would be really helpful when mana surge and all negative and positive stats would be explained. Maybe what to do when you have all your kingdoms done, what next to focus on. You're almost never going to have all your kingdoms done, so I could explain all negative and positive stats effects. I'm going to pull that out of there. Negative and positive status effects. Explained. Sauna said when to start Pure Faction. That's 2 for that one. So we'll put like a little tally mark next to Brian's idea. Or who knows, maybe Sauna put it first. Mark says status effects, both good and bad. So that one has 2. If it gets more than 1 vote, I'll just... Alright, Brian says, left this comment on last video, but top 20 arena troops. 5 per slot, maybe even top 40 if you want to do top 10. I'll just put, like, OP arena troops. Most of the time you're going to pick the epic, and, you know, there's other good commons, but if you don't get a good epic, it doesn't matter if you have a good common, right? So most of the time you're just looking at the epic and trying to get an OP epic. And then if you happen to get a good common or a good rare, that's just, you know, a happy accident. You're not really going to just, like, Oh, I got a crappy epic. I got a crappy ultra rare. Oh, here's a rare, though. Like, that's not going to happen, so it's probably going to be the best epic troops, but I could mention some good commons and stuff like that. Remember, this is for members. Just coming to the live streams could get you a free membership, so I'm not begging you to spend money, but I want to give back to my members. It's not like a plan, a crazy plan for me to get more members or something. It's because I don't give enough to the current members, and I'm trying to give back to them, so, you know. Oh, it looks like Sauna wants that too, so we'll double up on that one. Sauna says, think that would be a good idea to encourage players to watch a specific part of the game that needs some explaining. We're going to do a new account playthrough. Okay. So that's not an idea, but just like you're saying that it's a good idea to do this. So I think I got all my ideas here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I can only put 4 on the poll for the community thing. So I'll pick the... Is there any that I just don't want to do? How to maximize resources outside of Vault Event. Gym resource management. Troop role filter. Underrated troops, best PvP buffs. Which one sounds the least... Which one are you guys least interested in out of those? How to maximize resources outside of Vault Event. Resource management for gyms. Explaining the troop role filter. Underrated troops and best PvP buffs. I like underrated troops, so I'm going to circle that. That's one I definitely want to keep. Best PvP buffs. Maybe that'll just be... I mean, you guys, multiple people asked. I think I have it here. But maybe I'll let y'all vote. I don't know how to do that. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really want to do underrated troops, though, so I think I got my 4. I'm going to do... Okay, so a couple of them got multiple people saying they want that, so that's why it's going to the next round. So the 4 I'm picking... When to do Pure Faction or Endgame Underworld. That's going to be one of the poll options. Underrated troops is going to be a poll option. Explaining negative and positive stats effects is going to be a poll option. And OP Arena troops is going to be a poll option. So I'm going to put that poll up. Let's put it up right now. Because I want to get this... I want to make sure I'm doing this. And the only way I'm going to make sure I do it is if I do it on stream. Community tab. Here we go. I'm going to start a poll. Text poll. Ask your community. Which video topic would you like to see for the members only video? I mean, should I make this for members only to vote on? Probably. All channel members. It's going to get less votes. I don't know. Because somebody could become a member between now and then. But it could also skew the poll. I don't know. I think I'm going to do everybody. Everybody can vote. Everybody can vote. Because you might become a member, or I might decide to release it to the public later. So I want everybody to be able to vote. Alright, and then... Let's put, OP Arena troops. Second option... When to do Pure Faction. I hope this isn't like one person's all their ideas. We only had like 4 people giving out ideas. Negative and positive stats effects. And then, underrated troops. I'll probably do, like, the top 10 underrated troops or something. Maybe top 5. Top 5 to 10 underrated troops. Because I'm probably only going to be able to think of, like, 10 max. Alright, so here's your poll. I'm going to post it right now. It's going to go live right now. Go vote on it after the stream's over. So it says, which video topic would you like to see for the members-only video? I'll put a little thing that says, become a member for free by coming to live streams. Or hit the join button. For it's only $1.99. Less than Gems of War would charge you, and I'm helping save you money on the game. Just remember that. Which video topic would you like to see for the members-only video? Become a member for free by coming to live streams, or hit the join button for as low as $1.99. The options are OP Arena Troops, When to Do Pure Faction, aka Deep Underworld, Negative and Positive Stats Effects Explained, and Top 5 to 10 Underrated Troops. Any reason I shouldn't post this? I'm gonna read the chat real quick before I post it. Like, is there anything I'm not thinking about? Let me read the chat before I post it. I was gonna let y'all vote, but then, like, underrated troops jumped out at me, and the other 3 had multiple votes. So I'm loving it. Just do it. Mark says, good feeling when you see the lovers, Camelot. Sana says, Sky is having finals and too busy with school. Oh, okay. You have post-its all around you? Ruben says that's basically what I was asking, Sinny. Is that one of the options, Ruben? I think it is. What was Ruben saying? Did you ask about Pure Faction or about gems? I already forget. I'm dumb. Yoke says 2 green deeds or elephant treasure. 2 green deeds. Are they all equations? Good morning, Yoke. You snuck in the back. Yeah, Sana did too. If you have all your kingdoms to level 10, okay. Then you would go to 15 next on your magic kingdoms. Sana with the gift went to Garth George. All right. Party time, excellent. Mark says, just got a mimic chest in level 1 explorer. Glad I wasn't doing a gap. Yep, that's why you do that. Sana says, think PvP buffs is for higher level. Yeah, anybody can become a member, dude. You just got to come to the streams. You've seen it in action before. The only people that impossible for you to become a member is if you, like, have the setting turned off, or you never come to a stream ever. You can come to one stream, and it probably puts you in the running to become a member. You've seen it go to people we don't even know who we've never seen their name before, so I'm sure it could go to a person that watches after. But yeah, I think I'm going to post it, so it's ready to go, ready to be voted on. I'm not just all talk. I finally did it. So, oh wow, I can add another option. Okay, hold on. There's actually 5, so I'll let you guys vote. There's only 24 of you left, but hey, you'll get to affect it. All right, I'm going to start a poll on this live stream. I'm going to put the rest of them, so everything has a chance. What should the last option be on community tab? So pick the one you think is most interesting that you would watch. How to max resources outside of Vault. Won't let me, too long. Okay. Gym resource management, which I kind of talked about on this video, and I talk about it all the time, but it'd make for a good video. Explain troop role filter and best PvP buffs. Alright, starting a poll, please vote, and then I'll add it to the community tab, and it has a chance to win. Whatever one you guys pick right now has a chance, because it'll be on the poll in the community tab. A poll to get on a poll. So please vote. I will do something on the game while you guys vote. Let's just do verse hunting. Oh, y'all vote. Go vote on the poll. We're about to end the stream. I got chapters, though. If you just got here, you can go back and watch. Today, we fired her up. We fired her up. We got to keep that thing cycling. That sparkulator's going. Maybe even the zoo tour. I can't, let's see. We'll figure it out. Thank you so much, Sauna, for the gifted. Thank you so much, Mark, for the 2. Sauna again, powering up. Golden cape, golden sword. Chad with the customary 2. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's the fire it up, rev it. The Scratchers, the Brewskis, the parking lot DJ. We're having a big time party at the train station. And cycling the oil, keeping the battery running, like keeping it in working shape, which is always nice. That's a good point to shoot for every day. It's what we got today. We got the good point to shoot for, you know. We fired it up, keeping it in working order. Keeping those doors open, those lights on. We didn't quite make it to the zoo tour, but it's okay. We're throwing fist pumping Taylor Swift. Revving it up. Sliding in sideways. Making sure everybody knows what to listen to while we get our Scratchers and Brewskis. With all the doors open. Car still on. Where'd my car go? I guess the music was just so awesome that somebody stole my car. How'd they even do that? All the doors were open. How'd they drive away? The car was on. I have to go get my Brewskis and Scratchers, and I can't turn it off. I mean, I gotta tell them what's the best music. I'm the parking lot DJ. DJ Polly, DJ Parky, DJ Parky P. I'm DJ Parky P. I gotta tell them exactly. I gotta leave it on. Go in. Nobody's in the car. Leave all the doors open. Music way up. How else will people know what to listen to if DJ Parky P doesn't leave his doors open and his music on and his car on while he gets his Scratchers and Brewskis? How would they know? And his smokes. And his dip. He's smoking while he's dipping. While he's scratching while he's drinking. While he's fist pumping. Looking at everybody. Okay, yeah, that's a good song, right? Side eye. Yeah, buddy. That's a good one. It's on my playlist. Yeah, the gift subs last a month, too. Some people like Tyrion Shark have been a member for crazy amount of time, and he's got gifted almost every single one of them. He definitely contributes, so I'm not trying to say that. But just for example, a person I could think of that's been gifted like 12 times, like in a row. Yeah. All he has to do is come to the streams. That's all he did different from somebody else, is just be here. We keep track. It's the person we keep track of, you know, just to see how it works. Tyrion Shark, keep on making him a member without his consent. Alright, I'm about to end this poll and get out of here. When it hits 217, the poll is going to drop. It's going to end. I'm going to add whatever wins to the community tab, and then you can go vote on that when the stream's over. And then, whenever, you know, how long it took me to do this, you're probably looking at about the same amount of time before I make the video. I'll be doing the new account playthrough. We'll be doing our daily streams. Still trying to move like an idiot. So, however long it took me to compile these ideas and run this poll, that's probably about how long it's going to take me to make the video. So, don't expect it immediately, but once I figure out what wins, and then I can start thinking about it, I'll get it done. Just like I got the last boss done for Elden Ring. Like, some people probably thought, oh, he's just going to wait till Sunday. I got it done. Got it done yesterday, so. Okay, gonna end the poll. Let's see what won. Where's it at? Where'd it go? I hope I didn't push the wrong button. Not popping up for me. Man, come on. I hope I didn't screw that up. I think Gym Resource Management. There it is. Gym Resource Management won. Wow. I thought, I don't know what I thought would win. That's cool. Gym Resource Management. Let's go. Add it to the list. It might even win the community tab. You never know. So that's why you got to do stuff like that. Because I might not know what the best idea is. Okay, so I'm adding it. So now it's OP Arena Troops. When to do Pure Faction or Deep Underworld. Negative and positive status effects explained. Top 5 to 10 underrated troops. And Gym Resource Management. I think those are all good. The only one I got a little bit of side-eye for is that OP Arena Troops. Just because I know how people are. Like, that's a good one for me, and I would love to make that video, but I don't know about, like, the butter eaters. Which I love you. I love you. You're probably not that. No one that ever hears this is an actual butter eater. I'm just being funny. You're probably watching the guy that's telling you everything's the best ever anyway. You don't have time for me anymore. You want that confirmation that you did the right thing after you already did it, and you can't get it back. Hey, look, it's Mr. Z. This guy. None of the above. You had to vote on one of them. Come on, man. Anyway, that's it for today. Go vote. You got a thing to do after the stream. You got homework. Your homework for after the stream, other than getting as many vault keys as you can, of course, is to go vote on the community tab poll. Just click on my stupid ugly face, and then click on community, and then it should be right there. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Go to the channel comment below, and I'll see y'all next time, which is tomorrow for the spoilers and some more vault event at around 9:30 a.m. EST. Like, the weekends, I really gotta be right on time. I can't be late, so hopefully I start at 9:30 tomorrow. But, yeah. Thanks for joining me today. Juan, Mr. Z, Chad, Sauna, Mark, Dez the Enforcer. We have Sauna with the Gifted. You're a legend. Oh, yeah. Revving it up. Sliding in sideways. Yoke the Ham was here. Ruben Taylor was here. Camelot was here. We had Morgan Camo Cat. We got Beg for Mercy. Beg for Mercy. Camelot Dragor. We got Mark. We got Ruben. We got Sana. We have Chad the Clip Bomb. We have Cat. We got Marky Picard. Ruben, Dez, Mark, the Professor. The one and only Professor. Anthony Jones was here today. Ruben, Dez, Lady Alfhild. Manadwin was here again. Appreciate it. Showing extra support, you know? Doesn't even play Gems of War, I don't think. That's amazing. That doesn't happen very often anymore. Except for Gems of War people going over to the EverQuest. Like, I'm not saying that doesn't happen. Like, Chad, Sauna, the Professor. Lots of people go and support my Elden Ring and EverQuest. But, like, the other way around doesn't happen very often. Dez, Sauna with another one. Powered up today. Golden hair, golden cape, golden sword. Sliding extra sideways. Dez, Cat, Mark, Camelot, Chad. Chad with the 2, throwing them dollars at me. Love it. Consistent. Consistent. And it won't let me go back. I remember Mark was here before everybody, though. So shout out to Mark for being here super early today. And I think Dez. Mark and then Dez. I remember that. You guys were here first. Alright, yeah, post that link. That'd be great. Thank you so much. Appreciate everything you do, Sauna. Discord, I just saw today, like, you're posting all the videos on Discord still. You're here pretty much every time. You're doing stuff like you just said you're going to do, so... And you're putting guides up on the Discord and stuff, like... Helps a lot, and I appreciate it. He was late. You and Mr. Z, right? What was you doing? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, go get them vault keys. Go vote in that community tab. You're the best. Go have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Peace out. Thank you so much.